Our plane crashed. It's upside down.
Another plane crash under investigation. This time it's a Delta flight that ended with the plane upside down on that runway in Toronto. We're going to take a look inside the wreckage.
And deputies find a dead body on the banks of the Willamette on Sauvie Island. We have the latest on their investigation.
And thousands of National Parks and Forest Service workers have been fired by the Trump administration. Coming up, we'll have their reaction on when they heard the news.
They wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun.
NBC's The Voice back in full swing, and a singer from Olympia just earned a spot on Team Adam Levine. We're going to have more on her reaction to that coming up as the 6 o'clock hour of Sunrise starts right now.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday here. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. I think both of us are on Team Rod Hill this morning as we throw it over to Chris and Rod. Rod, you're forecasting warmer temperatures.
Yeah, I mean, it was mid-50s yesterday. I think we're going to be right back there again this afternoon. Currently, we are mainly dry with the showers leaving the valley I'm talking about. And you can see on radar still some rain up toward Mount Hood and some fizzling showers out moving into the mountains of the West Gorge. Downtown Portland, the pavement's generally wet from overnight showers. We're at 48 degrees right now, so winds are light. Very comfortable start. Mainly dry through the morning and noon hour, 51. And then later this afternoon, 3-ish into Portland, if you will. We expect a wave of rain to come in, and that will give us a rainy 5 p.m. hour and a rainy evening. High temp today at 5 p.m., 54. Chris?
All right, so dry morning commute, maybe a wet late afternoon commute, right? Let's take it to the east side. Just get word of a possible injury crash, 82nd and Foster. I did just see some emergency crews roll through this intersection, so from this perspective, we don't see it, but be on the lookout for that. Meanwhile, keeping it on the east side, I-84 looks pretty good. Out near 82nd Avenue, traffic rolling right along on that side of town. Door number 4 takes us over to the west side, I think, out near the Sylvan Hill. Light volume, guys. So far, the freeway drive is A-OK this morning.
Meanwhile, new overnight, the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office is investigating a suspicious death on Sauvie Island after a body was found yesterday afternoon on the banks of the Willamette. So we're also going to bring you this live look this morning from the island. This is near the park and ride at the Wapato Bridge. At this point, the Sheriff's Office says it does not believe that there's any danger to the public. An autopsy will identify the person and how exactly they died. Police are also investigating a series of crimes in northeast Portland that appear to be connected. The crime spree includes a robbery at a Subway sandwich shop and several carjackings on Sunday night. Police have already identified the suspect as Jeffrey Boone. They say he was spotted in Vancouver in a stolen car, and he's accused of leaving that car, stealing another one, and then heading south on I-5. State police eventually arrested him near Salem. All right, this next video comes from Fairview. Check it out. This is where a truck flipped on its side yesterday after getting caught in some overhead power lines. This was right near Northwest 223rd and Sandy. And then this surveillance video shows the truck as it was leaving a parking lot. You can see the hook on the back. It was still extended. That's what got caught in the wires, and that's what eventually led that truck to flipping over. The crash caused a small power outage as well. We know the driver stayed in the vehicle until help arrived, and we're told they weren't hurt.
This morning, new video shows the moment a Delta Airlines plane crash landed at Toronto's Pearson Airport yesterday and flipped upside down. You saw what looked like flames coming from the back of the plane as it hits the ground and appears to flip.
All 80 people on board did survive. Some people were hurt, but somehow they only had minor injuries. Ashley Grams is covering the story for us with the latest on the investigation. Ashley?
Yeah, good morning. It's pretty incredible to say that all 76 passengers and 4 crew members made it out okay, though 18 people were injured. Here's video as some of those passengers escaped from the overturned plane. One of the wings was torn off. The flight took off from Minneapolis before crash landing in Toronto just after 2 in the afternoon. Fire crews responded, putting foam on the plane. And this morning, a passenger told NBC he didn't realize anything was wrong until the moment the plane hit the ground.
I was in the window seat on the looker's left side, and then all of a sudden I just remember being fully sideways, and I was looking down and just seeing like sparks and flames and whatever was grinding against the ground. And then, yeah, it happened pretty dang quick, and we were just upside down hanging from our seatbelts.
Yeah, the airport was closed for a time, but they were able to reopen a few hours after the crash. Canada's Transportation Safety Board is leading an investigation into what happened, and investigators from the U.S. are assisting. Toronto Pearson Airport says it will brief the media again this morning. We're still waiting to learn when that will begin. China.
Ashley, thank you. Now to a close call for a deputy in Jefferson County after a speeding truck lost control. And that happened. It smashed into the car. Now, we do want to let you know no one was seriously injured here, but this was last Thursday afternoon on Highway 97. The deputy was responding to a crash when a truck hits that stopped car. The driver missed a deputy and another person by just a few feet, as you saw there. Another reminder to slow down in poor conditions and to move over for first responders.
When you gonna live your life right? Home again without the fortune and boys and girls they wanna have.
That is a singer from Olympia with a huge night last night on The Voice. Her name, Tyler Kay. She got both Adam Levine and Kelsey Ballerini to turn their chairs with her version of Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Adam ended up using his block on Kelsey. Oh yeah, he threw down the block, China. He threw down the block, so that automatically puts Tyler on his team. And the 22-year-old says she is very excited to work with Adam.
He has such a successful career. He knows what he's doing. He makes beautiful art. And he's been a big inspiration for me growing up. And I think I'm just going to learn a lot, and it's going to be really exciting.
So we're wishing good luck to Tyler this morning here in the Sunrise Show. A new episode of The Voice, by the way, airs next Monday night at 8 p.m. Can I put the two of you on the spot here this morning?
Okay.
Do you remember? This is before your time.
Okay.
I understand if you don't. But do you remember Rodney?
Yes.
Who sang Girls Just Want to Have Fun in the 80s, made it a huge hit?
Oh, she knows that. Cindy. I'll say Cindy. She can say the last
Crawford?
We have to go over here and learn about 80s music. Cindy Crawford.
Oh, she's the model.
What just happened there, Rod?
I wasn't born.
Cindy Lauper.
She really said Crawford. Okay. All right. I want to point out, if you are traveling eastward today on a plane, very, very cold weather once again gripping the country. These are current temperatures. 21 below in Fargo, 10 below in Des Moines, single digits down into St. Louis and Wichita. Chicago is 4 below zero. So make sure you check forecast information and have plenty of warm clothing in your suitcase. All right, here at home, we are advisory free and warning free today, but we do have a snow advisory that will go into effect tonight and into tomorrow. This is for right now, east slopes of the Cascades, and then out through parts of the Columbia Basin for more snow coming in overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Much of the state east of the Cascades, in fact, has snow on the ground. Here's a look at our satellite. We're kind of in between systems today. Right now, we're seeing showers move out of the metro up into the Cascades and into the West Gorge, and those showers will fizzle out. The stream of moisture, though, eventually will bring rain later this morning to places like Newport, and then this afternoon, eventually, in Portland, it looks like around 3 or so, we'll see rain starting to pick up here in the Willamette Valley. But right now, mainly dry with temperatures in the 40s, 47 in downtown Portland, and we will stay mainly dry through the lunch hour today. 49 in Salem, 41 out in McMinnville. So here are the forecast numbers. Back up to 50 or better. Generally coast and valley, rain coming in to Newport later this morning, and then eventually into the valley this afternoon. But during the day, it turns out to be mainly dry. Gorge, Central Oregon, and eastern areas. We do have a KGW weather impact alert up for tomorrow morning with a front coming in. Some heavy rain, some gusty winds. 55 today, 53 tomorrow. Behind that, Thursday looks great. Friday's dry until an evening rain chance that may or may not happen. And then we've got rain picking up late Saturday into Sunday. So, boy, your Thursday looks great, and really much of your Friday and potentially much of your Saturday looks good too. That's your update.
Thank you, Ron.
It really felt like it was time for us as Portland City councilors to weigh in.
And weigh in they did. Now Providence is back at the bargaining table as the healthcare workers strike enters its 6th week. And after 35 years, McMenamins on Northwest 23rd in Portland is closing its doors for good. We'll tell you how long you have to say goodbye. We have more Sunrise after the break. Today, Providence and the Oregon Nurses Association will return to the bargaining table as thousands of nurses strike for a 6th consecutive week. And now Portland City Council is weighing in. Alma McCarty brings us the update.
Since January 10th, thousands of unionized nurses from 8 Providence hospitals across the state have been on strike, seeking competitive wages, better working conditions, and increased staffing levels.
These nurses deserve, a fair contract.
More than a week ago, those nurses rejected a tentative agreement from Providence, arguing the offer didn't go far enough to address their concerns. Last Thursday, Providence then announced striking caregivers would lose their health benefits on February 28th.
The punishing nature of being denied a fair contract, being driven to a strike, and then compounded with the punishment of this threat of cutting off health insurance is really unsafe and unacceptable.
Now, as both sides prepare to return to the bargaining table, Portland's newly elected leaders urge Providence leadership to do better and engage in good faith negotiations. Here's Portland City Council Vice President Tiffany Koyama Lane from District 3.
Heading into the 6th week of this strike, it really felt like it was time for us as Portland City councilors to weigh in. We all have been hearing from our constituents about concerns. And at this point, it's not just about affecting the jobs of community members, but really this is also about the safety and the care of our community members.
And Councilor Mitch Green from District 4 agrees, signing the letter from all but one of the councilors.
We're not really looking to be passive on the sidelines when a major employer in the region that's responsible for public health and public safety is in a dispute with their employees.
On Monday, Providence confirmed they'll return to bargaining with assistance of federal mediators and go on to say, at the mediators' request, we are not commenting further on the status of negotiations at this time. Council hopes for a quick and equitable resolution.
Remember in 2020 when we were banging pots and pans and thanking our essential workers? Well, they've been there the whole time. And you thank them by showing up in a contract and giving them the resources they need so we can recruit, retain, and fairly pay nurses.
Alma McCarty, KGW News.
All right, time to check in with Rodney Hill on today's weather with this live look for starters from our Wells Fargo Skycam. Rod, this time tomorrow, am I correct? You're issuing a weather impact alert because of rain and wind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty blustery driving rain event tomorrow morning, the type that absolutely would slow down your morning commute and maybe make you think twice if you have some outdoor plans scheduled for early tomorrow morning. So we want to highlight that. Here's what our weather flow looks like via the satellite picture, and I'll get us into that. You can see the clouds streaming right into us. There's a front back here that'll be coming in first thing tomorrow morning. So today we're kind of in between systems overall. We have some showers that have moved out of the valley up into the Cascades. Snow level currently is about 4,000 feet. This is the way Highway 26 at Government Camp looks. Just about freezing at 33, but clearly you can see some snow and that sort of stuff on the roadway there with the truck currently passing. So that'll take you some extra time to get up over the high country, at least early this morning, improving conditions during the day. Here's our movie, and it does show some rain coming in. This is Futurecast. About 10 o'clock this morning, it shows rain hitting Newport. We really should be mainly dry in Salem, Portland, Vancouver this morning through the lunch hour. This does show the rain increasing and pushing up from the south into Salem. Here we are at 3 o'clock in the afternoon and mid to late afternoon coming into Portland, and then some rain around this evening. And then it picks up overnight, and then here's first thing tomorrow morning. This is why we have the impact alert that I've put out. This is 5 o'clock. Steady rain bands, some noticeably blustery winds with this, and where you see the yellow color, some heavy rain as well. This moves that out by 1, but there is a trailing low that pushes inland. So I think it's tough to tell when the rain actually will shut off tomorrow. The worst of the winds should be morning hours. And then this is Thursday. By Thursday, the winds are gone, the rain's gone, and we really should have a completely dry day with temperatures warming well up into the 50s, maybe upper 50s. So Thursday's a good day to plan for some outdoor events. But back it up to tomorrow morning once again. Oh boy, I got the wrong morning here. Pardon me, everything's right on this except for this day. I don't know how I did that. This is going to be Wednesday morning, pardon me, Wednesday morning, that's tomorrow. Heavy rain, gusty winds, and you'll want to prepare, as I mentioned, for wet, slow travel. during the morning hours. So maybe get up earlier than you normally get up tomorrow morning if you really got to be somewhere on time. Give yourself extra time. This shows you rain mainly just tonight and tomorrow. I mean, this is going to be a good soaker. It shows an inch along the coast and a half of an inch to 6/10 of an inch of rain coming down to the Willamette Valley. All right, temperatures out there right now, we're mainly dry, 45 in Kelso, 48 Portland, 49 Salem, mid-30s in the Dalles. Forecast numbers warm us back up into the 50s today, and we'll see similar numbers with rain coming in later in the afternoon to southwest Washington. Here's our 7-day, 55 today. Tomorrow, Wednesday morning, the KGW weather impact alert for rain and blustery winds. The nice Thursday, 56. Much of Friday's dry. I have a late or evening shower threat. And then Saturday starts dry, but rain comes in later in the day, and it's raining Saturday night, and it's raining into Sunday. I want to be perfectly clear. Tomorrow is Wednesday. And that's when I expect the rain and the wind in the morning hours. Chris?
Thank you for that. Thanks for that clarification. Let's get you back up to Clark County, I-5 southbound right here at SR 14. That right there that's going from left to right across your television screen, that is the ramp from SR 14 to I-5 south. We're rolling right along on that side of town. We'll take you over to Sunnyside. There's Town Center over the left-hand side of your screen, wide open there. And one last check here over on the west side, Highway 26 at the Sylvan Hill. Guys, it's getting a little bit busier, but so far no major unexpected freeway trouble out there just yet.
Thank you, Chris.